Hi dear students, welcome back to computer science class. We have gone through built-in functions which are already available or already defined in Python standard library associated with lists in our previous session, and we have learned 10 specific functions like append, extend, insert, reverse, index, update, len, sort, clear and count. And of course we have some more functions remaining to learn, and we will do it in our coming classes. And we know these are some of the functions which are already defined, already available in Python standard library, and that is one of the core features of Python programming language, the availability of huge or vast support of library, right? Vast library. So the programming will be very easy for us because most of the things are already defined, and we just have to use those functions for the task we want to perform, for the desired task we want to perform. So tasks are, or the operations are getting simple, right? And today we have another set of operations like deleted or deletion operation, and of course it plays another a kind of important role here in any programming language or in any general entity. So deletion operation, just like insertion or updation or extend, append, any operation, deletion also play a very important role in any programming. For example, in the case of deletion, we can say we can insert the marks of all the students, right? The marks of all the students for a specific term, first term, second term or third term, and sometimes we have to update the marks. Suppose a student get 95, we want to sometimes we want to update it to 97 or 98, so we can use update, right? And suppose some students have failed in the examination, and at the time deletion can be applied, right? Those students can be terminated or can be deleted from the report card or from the entry, right? So that is one of the operations, one of the real-time examples we can say. And in Python we have two specific functions like pop and remove, and another statement that is del. Okay, these are the three different ways we can perform deletion operation related to or associated with lists. So deleting or removing an item from the list, that's what deletion is, deleting or removing an item from the list. It's not only single item, we can have items, right? We can we can delete only one item, or we can delete multiple items. So these are the three different ways. The first, if the index is known, that means if the subscript or the position of an element is known, we can use either pop function or delete statement. Okay, delete is not a function, delete is simply a statement. Okay, you can avoid this parenthesis. Okay, then the second is if the element is known, it's not index, if the element is known, remove function can be used. Okay, then remove more than one element, delete statement with slicing can be used. If you want to remove more than one item, we can make use of delete statement, not a function, with slicing can be used. Okay, so these are the three different ways to perform deletion operation. Of course we can categorize it just like if we know the index or the position of an item, we can make use of either pop function or delete statement. And if we know, means if we know the element or the value directly, we can make use of remove function. Okay, we can say if we know the index, we can make use of pop function or delete statement, and if we know the element, we can use remove function. And if you want to remove multiple elements, if you want to delete multiple elements or multiple values, we can use delete with slicing. Okay, yes. So let's start with pop function. Pop function removes element from the specified index. We know pop function takes index as its parameter, also returns the element. Okay, these are the two key points associated with pop function. Removes an element from the specified index, and from this statement we can say pop function takes index as its parameter, right? Then also it returns an element, that means also it returns the deleted element, that means deleted element will be returned. We can store it in a variable, right? Meaning the deleted element can be stored in another variable because it returns a value. Okay, it returns a deleted element, that's it. Here is syntax list.pop index. You know, index pop function takes index. List.pop index, that means pop function is being called taking parameter of index for the list, okay, dot using dot operator. Okay, we can make it more simple using this example. List 1 equal to 40, 10, 30, 20. Okay, list 1 is a list having 4 elements, 40, 10, 30 and 20. Then we are calling the function pop. Okay, we are calling the function pop, passing the index 1 for the list 1 for the list 1 using dot operator. Okay, so that's a complete explanation of the statement list 1 dot pop 1 is. We are calling the function pop for by passing the index 1 for the list 1 using dot operator. Okay, so you know at the index 1 we have the element 10, right? 0, 1, 2, 3. So at 1 we have 10 and 10 will be returned, that's why it prints 10. Okay, 10 will be returned, that's why it prints 10. Then print list 1, it prints only 40, 30 and 20. 10 is already removed, so 10 will not be there in the string anymore. Okay, there in the list anymore, sorry. So 40, 30, 20. Okay, yes. If no index is provided, last element is deleted. Okay, that's the default. If we fail to pass any index, what happens is, suppose the statement is like list dot pop, what will be the result? The last element 20 will be removed. Okay, 20 will be removed. So this is how pop function works. Pop function remove an item from a specified index. That means it takes index as parameter and also return the element. Okay, deleted element will be returned. We have an example list 1 with 4 elements, then list 1 dot pop 1 is the index, then 10 will be returned, of course, that's an element which is deleted. Then if you fail to pass anything, the index, what happens is the last element will be deleted. Hope you get it. Moving on, second option to delete an item or items is using delete statement. Okay, del statement. You know, delete is not a function, it is a statement, always keep in mind. Okay, then it removes the specified element, does not return the deleted value. Okay, you know, it removes the specified element but it does not return the deleted value. That's the difference between pop function and delete statement. Pop function and delete statement both what does the same task, right? Deleting an element, taking index as its parameter, but pop function returns the deleted value, but delete statement will not return or does not return the deleted value. Let's have an example. List 1 equal to 40, 10, 30, 20. Okay, then del list 1 of 2. That statement, you know, del is a statement. List 1 is the list, our list, and 2 is the index. And you know, the element that the index 2 is 30, 0, 1, 2. So what happens is 2 element at 2, 30 will be removed. But we know that deleted item or removed element will not be returned. Okay, yeah. So print list 1 prints 40, 10, 20, 30 is already removed. Okay, so out of range, of course it's common sense, out of range index shows error with deleted pop, delete statement and pop function. Okay, actually there is no need of this parenthesis, you can avoid it. Okay, yeah. So this is how delete statement works, and with this delete we have deleted only one item, right? That is element at the index 2. And let's have a delete statement for deleting multiple elements, removes the range of elements, does not return the deleted value. Of course, for a single item to be deleted using delete statement, does not return means deleted element or the value. And of course slicing, deleted del with slicing will definitely not return what the deleted value. Okay, yeah. Example list 1 40, 10, 30, 20. Then del list 1 of 1 colon 3. You know, we have already learned what slicing is, and it takes 3 parameters, right? Start, stop and stop. Here we don't have any stop, by default stop is 1, you know that, right? So here we have start and stop. Start is 1, stop is 3. So stop will be excluded, we know that. So 1 and 2 will be taken, right? So at 1 we have 10 and at 2 we have 30. So print list 1, 40 and 20 will be printed, because 10 and 30, that is element at the index 1 and 2 will be deleted, and the remaining elements 40 and 20 will be printed. Okay, so this is how delete statement with slicing works. Hope you get it. So this is the second method of working with delete statement or deleting an item or deleting multiple items. We know if you want to delete multiple items, we can make use of delete with slicing. Okay, and we have seen an example as well. So here is a final remove. You know, remove is also a function like pop, but the difference is pop function takes index as its parameter, but remove function takes element as its parameter. Okay, removes the element when we know the element, not the index. That's the difference. Pop function takes index as its argument or parameter, but remove function takes what? Element itself as a parameter. Okay, we have a list with 4 elements. List 1 with 40, 10, 30 and 20 as its elements. Then list 1 dot remove 10. We know 10 is a value. In the previous 2 examples with pop function delete statement, we have seen index, right? But here in remove, you can see the element itself. So list 1 dot remove 10. What happens is, of course, seeing this, you may be feeling this as the simplest method, right? So 10, we are directly passing the value. Of course, this will be the easiest one, right? Okay. So list 1 dot remove 10, 10 will be removed. Then list 1, print list 1, 40, 30, 20 will be printed. Okay. So this is how we can work with the remove function. Okay. Yes. So these are the 3 different ways to work with delete statement. Okay. Not delete statement, deletion operation. One is using pop function that deletes an item plus returns a value. Second one is delete statement for deleting one element and multiple elements. And the final one is remove. And both pop function and delete statement takes index as its element, means as its parameter or argument, but remove function takes the element itself as its argument. That's the difference. Okay, hope you get the idea. Moving on. Okay, so this is all about deletion operation. Next we have searching list. Searching a list. You know how to search a list. Searching means searching for an item, right? Searching for values using index method. Yep. So list 1, in list 1 we have 40, 10, 30 and 20, 4 elements. Then list 1 dot index of 30. Of course, we know index is a built-in function that returns index. Okay. So index of 30, we know that 0, 1, 2. So it returns 2. That means the element 30 is present at the index 2. That's it. Okay. We are searching for an item, and of course there are 2 possibilities. Searching can be successful or searching can be unsuccessful. Right, here it is successful because 30, the element is present at the first index, means the second index, index 2. Suppose there are one more occurrence of 30, like 40, 10, 30, 30, which one will be printed? The first. Of course, we prioritize the first, right? So first occurrence will be taken care of. Hope you get the idea. Okay, yes. Then list 1, 40, 10, 30, 20, 10 in list 1, it's true. 10 is present in the list 1 and we know it is at the index 1. Okay. So there are 2 possibilities, successful searching and unsuccessful searching. If you are searching for 50, it will be an error, right? It will be not an error actually, it will be unsuccessful. Please don't tell it as error, it is unsuccessful search because the element is not present in the list. Okay, that's it. Then we have max and min. 2 built-in functions. Max, of course, from the name itself we can define max and min. Max means returns a maximum value, the biggest value, and min returns a minimum value, the smallest value, right? Yes. We have examples to make the concept simple. List 1, 40, 10, 30, 20, max of list 1. Of course, to work with numeric values is very simple for any programming language or using any programming language, right? So max of list 1, it is 40. Then to work with string or list, it may not be that easy because we have to make use of ASCII, American Standard Code for Information Interchange, and based on ASCII we can find the biggest and smallest, or any kind of string comparison we have to make use of ASCII. Okay, we know ASCII is one of the interchanging formats, and in addition to ASCII we have ISCII, EBCDIC, then Unicode. Okay, there are a lot of there are a number of, okay, it's not lot and lot of course, there are a number of what interchanging formats available. Okay, yes. The max of list 1, of course it is A, the max, you know the ASCII value of small a, it's 97, right? 97. Okay, and the value, ASCII value of caps A is 65. So the biggest one is A, small a. Then min, list 1, 40, 30. Okay, just like working with max of list 1, it is min of list 1, it returns 10. Then max of, it's not max, it's min. Okay, it's min, yeah. Then min is of course small a, means caps A, not small a, caps A, because yeah, what caps A's ASCII value 65 and small a is 97. So always keep in mind string operations or comparison or whatever it is, we are making use of ASCII, okay, American Standard Code for Information Interchange, one of the most commonly used interchanging formats, okay, yes. So this is all about deletion operation and searching and min and max, okay. Let's have a quick revision. Deletion means just like inserting, updating, appending, extending. We have another operation, deletion, one of the core operations. Then we have three methods, three different ways. One is pop function, second one is delete statement, and third one is remove function. Pop function, delete statement takes index, and remove take element as its parameter. And delete statement, using delete statement we can delete one item or multiple items, okay, yes. Then we have seen the working, then searching a list, searching can be successful or unsuccessful, yep, okay. Then which returns the index. Then max and min, working with numeric values as well as character values or string values, and string values we are making use of ASCII, okay. So this is all for the time being. You just go through all this topic, the theory parts, the theory stuff first, okay, then go for practicals, okay. Since these topics are very, very simple, please don't ignore it, okay, yes, go for practice. So we have some more topics remaining, of course, and we'll do it, see it in our coming classes. So this is all for the time being. Thank you for watching. Have a nice time. Take care. See you in the next video.